Buffalo Bills are at the halfway mark of their 2024 season, and we can start jumping to some conclusions and predictions about what is going to unfold, such as Josh Allen winning MVP. And why I believe this is truly a possibility for us, you can clearly see that the Buffalo Bills are rumored to have their best offensive personnel in Josh Allen's career. This article specifically states why Josh Allen has the best offensive personnel in his career, seeing that we did move on from Diggs and Mitch Morris and everyone else, and even Gabe Davis, but the Buffalo Bills have the most talent on this offense that they've ever had. And the first really is this offensive line under Aaron Kromer, having the continuity with Aaron Kromer and Deion Dawkins and Spencer Brown. You know, we really went into this season without any question marks. The year before, we were wondering how rookie O'Cyrus Torrence was going to do, if Spencer Brown can remain healthy throughout the entire year, and how Connor McGovern, our free agent signing, was going to do. And now in 2024, we have solidified things on this offensive line. The Bills are at 7-2 right now. And if we go 8-2, that will be the first time in 31 years that we've been able to accomplish that start. And it really stems from this offensive line being able to run the football with Joe Brady and just Aaron Kromer's offensive line moving, out-muscling, snow-plowing guys. And it's also the running backs that we had here, going back to Devin Singletary and Zach Moss and Frank Gore. I mean, we really potentially have one of the best running back rooms that we've had. Now, I know Josh Allen, LaShawn McCoy was here at one point with Devin Singletary and Frank Gore, but I really believe the Buffalo Bills with James Cook, the dynamic of James Cook in the prime of his career. Ray Davis is an absolute beast of a running back. Yes, he is a rookie, but I think he's so mature for his age. He's gone through a lot, and the Bills are absolutely dominating things. And you couple the talent, it's not just talent, you couple the talent with this offensive line and Aaron Kromer, as well as the emphasis that Joe Brady has put on actually running the football, and really to be the progression of Josh Allen taking care of the football, and Josh Allen being the best that he's ever been really helps things out running the football. You know, everyone is starting to complement one another, whether it's the coaches in Aaron Kromer, Joe Brady's philosophy in running the ball, as well as James Cook and this offensive line and Ray Davis. Clearly the running backs in this offense have been the best that we've ever seen. The wide receivers, Khalil Shakir and all the wide receivers that we had here, obviously having MVS to start the season, moving on from MVS. I know Curtis Samuel really hasn't been too productive so far this year, but having Keon Coleman, a young rookie, come in and be able to produce, unfortunately getting hurt, but we saw the touchdown and what is possible with Keon Coleman just throwing the ball up, having a defender draped all over him and still coming down with a remarkable catch and touchdown. That is what you need in the NFL when your backs are up against the wall, when you're desperate for a big play. Keon Coleman is that X factor, big play wide receiver that the Buffalo Bills have been missing. And it really goes back to Stephon Diggs' drop against the Kansas City Chiefs last year, having to come down with a crucial moment of the game. We threw it up to Stephon Diggs, and he didn't have the ability to pull it in. But so far this year with Curtis Samuel, Matt Collins, and doing some big-time things with Keon Coleman and Amari Cooper trade, Khalil Shakir, and this wide receiver room is literally on fire. And the stats of Khalil Shakir really does not lie here. Wide receiver since 1992, when targets first began being tracked, a minimum of 40 targets. Khalil Shakir, 2024, a 93.3% catch percentage. 2023, he's second in statistically ever in the NFL with an 86.7% completion percentage. Absolutely insane. Brandon Beane was right that Khalil Shakir could easily be a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. So understanding these things, let's take a look at some of the predictions that we could potentially make. And clearly, Josh Allen winning MVP makes a whole lot of sense. A return to the AFC Championship game makes a whole lot of sense right now, being that we're sitting at 7-2. Sean McDermott has made it to the playoffs 6 seasons in a row, only missing playoffs once during his head coaching career with the Buffalo Bills and as a first-time head coach in the NFL, has only been with the Buffalo Bills. Still mind-boggling. People wanted to get rid of Sean McDermott last year. Unreal stuff. But you can see, will Josh Allen at last win MVP? And I think this is the season for Josh Allen taking care of the football. Statistically, he has totally improved here. I mean, even the interceptions that Josh Allen has thrown are no fault of his own. Simply a player slipping on the ground, another player not being able to catch it, ball goes in the air and intercepted. I mean, that's just life in the NFL. Things like that are going to happen. There's no way you're going to make it through the entire season without something like that happening. But for Josh Allen to have all the hate last year being that he throws too many interceptions, that he's a turnover machine, and what does he do this offseason? He improves. He takes care of that issue, and he literally cut back his interceptions by nearly 100%. And really, all of the interceptions so far have not been any fault of his own. Khalil Shakir hitting 1,000 yards first time in his career is totally possible here. I mean, unreal so far, averaging 64.6 yards per game. Now he's on a realistic pace to gain 988 yards this season. And we know he did miss some time. I believe he missed 1 or 2 games so far this season, and, hurting his overall impact. Otherwise, this is a definite clear shot at hitting 1K yards, 1,000-yard receiver, and it's also his run after catch ability. A lot of times we're just throwing screens and short passes to Khalil Shakir, but his role is really to create yards after the catch. And again, he was injured on the Texans and limited some of his time and having to transition back and get back up to speed. But I think Khalil Shakir could definitely hit 1,000 yards by the time this season ends. Another prediction here is that Greg Rousseau will hit 10 sacks for the first time in his career. So far, he's got 4.5 sacks on the season, and that was without Von Miller, and Von Miller missing 4 games. So we all know that Von Miller is going to be coming back, and the Buffalo Bills are definitely going to have some added benefits, bringing back Justin Jefferson and Jordan Phillips for the Bills. I think this is just going to really, really help out this defensive line altogether and really free up Greg Rousseau to potentially hit 10 sacks for the first time in his NFL career. And the Bills are blitzing it a lot too, 11% blitz. And the Bills are blitzing at the 3rd lowest rate in the NFL, meaning that we're really relying on the front 4 to do some big-time things. When you blitz, sometimes it frees things up even more so for Greg Rousseau. But I really think Greg Rousseau could easily hit 10 sacks for the first time in his NFL career during 2024. And let's not forget here, Matt Milano was said that he's going to start ramping up after the Buffalo Bills bye week, and we know we're sitting pretty on top of the AFC East. Matt Milano could easily come back for the playoffs and add a spark here. But let's not forget Dorian Williams leading the Buffalo Bills in total tackles. Terrell Bernard doing some big-time things. Even when he misses time, Balin Spector has filled in seamlessly. But this is huge. That another prediction here is that Matt Milano could very well come back by the time the season ends and at least get back for the Buffalo Bills, who are clearly aiming to make it to the playoffs. And lastly, our guy, will it happen? Micah Hyde eventually returns for a Super Bowl run. I think Damar Hamlin has done an excellent job, but obviously parting ways with Mike Edwards. I really think Micah Hyde could see the writing on the wall, at least come back to be the Buffalo Bills free safety, or as an added depth piece to add insurance in case Damar Hamlin gets banged up. Micah Hyde knows this playbook, just like Jordan Phillips and Justin Jefferson, who are going to hit the ground running here in Buffalo. So will we see a Micah Hyde return by the time the season ends? This prediction here is that the Buffalo Bills will make the playoffs if we win at least 3 of the next 8 games, depending on the rest of the AFC East. That should really solidify us for winning the AFC East and solidifying us into the playoffs. So crazy things have happened, but it's almost a guarantee that the Bills are going to be making the playoffs at this point. And the real question is, will we be making the AFC Championship game for the first time since 2020? And I really believe everything that we've seen here, this is the closest team that we have seen. We've gotten rid of some of the cancers in the locker room. Maybe we don't have as much talent, but that's what makes football so special. It is the ultimate team sport, and if you are the ultimate team, you have the best chance at winning the Super Bowl. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit like and subscribe for future content. That's going to signal to me to continue to making videos just like this. If you want to support me further, check the links down below in the description. You guys are purchasing the BNC chicken wing merch. We have sizes small all the way up to 5XL. It is a perfect gift at Buffalo Fan Shop at Etsy. You have free shipping right now too. Also, BNC promo code at SeatGeek will get you $20 off any NFL games, any local event like concerts, Sabres games, whatever it is. Just go to SeatGeek, use promo code BNC, and you will get $20 off your purchase. And I always have been bringing this up, but Course Careers is personally how I landed my full-time job in 2024. They are online certificates and a ton of different options that fit you. If you're an introvert or an extrovert, if you don't want to talk on the phone, if you want to work remotely, they will find the correct path for you and directly link you with recruiters and hiring managers and get you hired right away. But I appreciate you guys all so much. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.